headquarters to speak to Vice President Kamala Harris.
I want you to know you've always had my back, and I promise you, I will always have your back.
The VP heads to Milwaukee today, her first presidential campaign stop, but she leaves D.C. a step closer to becoming the official Democratic Party nominee.
After securing enough delegates to become the Democratic Party's presidential nominee, Harris said this: "Tonight, I am proud to have earned the support needed to become our party's nominee. Over the next few months, I'll be traveling across the country, talking to Americans about everything on the line. I fully intend to unite our party and our nation and defeat Donald Trump."
More calls for the Secret Service Director, Kimberly Cheadle, to step down after the assassination attempt on former President Trump. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Okay. Right now. It's right now. It starts right now.
That's right. We're here.
Let's see. Let me figure out where we are and who is we. First, we part starts with me, I guess, this morning. I'm Rayford Brown. Good morning.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrels.
I was just trying to remember.
Well, you did good.
You did good.
Well, I didn't even have a prompt over here for me. No, none of y'all helped me out this morning, whatever.
Try.
So anyway, everybody doing well?
Doing wonderful. It's a little muggy outside. I opened the front door and walked out. I was like, woo.
Yeah, I agree.
I had to run my wipers all the way here because of the humidity.
I did too.
You know, the condensation on the windshield.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
On the outside?
On the outside.
Oh.
There's a lot of humidity out there. A lot of moisture in the air.
No, let's see.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to move your microphone or stop that thing from blowing over there because here it comes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
We got a fan here and it's pretty up on.
Oh, it's an amazing fan now.
Oh, it works right.
Lee's done went and bought one since you bought that one.
We have,
Oh, did you?
We have 3 of them now here. So anyway, okay. Moving air, that's good. Just that's not making any noise and it feels great. And Kelly's hair is blowing just a little bit.
Mm.
I turned the rotation
That way we
off.
know she's still alive. And this is a live picture, right?
It's all on you now. I lost the Beyonce look, though. You know, every time it came over my hair, it was like
My hair's all frizzed out anyway.
Yeah, mine is too.
Kelly and I, we were just like our hair was
Both of them.
flowing.
Like a music video.
Oh, I
There you
know.
go.
As soon as
Yeah.
you walk out, it just like ring. Category 1 today.
So you guys have a good Monday.
Good Monday. I know you went out on the water. How nice is that?
Yeah.
How'd you do? Did you catch anything?
We got
Okay.
nothing of any big size, but I took one of them over and we weighed him yesterday afternoon late.
And?
And it's not going to place anywhere. But
Oh.
anyway, we got on. We're there. You know.
I think I saw a picture of it because one of your
Really.
boat mates there
Oh yeah.
had posted a picture.
Yeah.
And I was like,
George was
yeah.
doing some stuff.
Yeah.
He likes to play with the cameras when we're on the boat.
He likes it. Well, he did some good videos.
Oh, he's
yeah,
done-
he did really
They did a
good.
picture. Was it 2 years ago or something? At that time, that was 1 year and the only year. They said submit your pictures taken during the event.
Remember that?
And there's like $100 prize for the winner.
Oh.
Well, he
Did
won.
win? I remember the picture
It
of
was
the thing.
during the middle of a thunderstorm, or thunder and lightning was coming at us off the stern. And one of our guys, John, was on the stern. He's back there pulling in
like
lines
John.
or something. And
This
George
boat is
had
on
a
fire.
smile or something. And John turned around, gave a great look. I gave one of those rah-rah, and I hadn't shaved for about 4 days. or
I
something.
remember that picture.
And then there was George in there, and the picture won first place. I mean, it
As
was
it
a
should have.
great photograph. Really.
As it should have.
If he had planned that thing for a week, it wouldn't have been any better. Anyway, spur of the moment pictures sometimes can win awards, and sometimes they're the best pictures you're going to get. Well, speaking of awards, maybe the Booby Prize.
Are you going to bring up what I think you're going to bring up?
Well, everything in Washington.
The booby prize.
That is like, come on. Shame, shame, shame on at least one member, the one that I diligently watched in awe and embarrassment.
Would it be Representative Nancy Mace?
Yeah, that would be the one.
That would be the one.
Berating admonishing a woman who probably deserves it, but not under the conditions that she was being bombarded.
I agree.
This is supposed to be a House of Representatives, and it's supposed to have a certain amount of decorum, right?
There was a lot of that lost yesterday.
There was a wannabe Jim Jordan
yes.
in her. She wants to be Jim Jordan, a guy who
Yes.
is well trained and experienced in asking the right questions.
Well, there was quite a few of them yesterday, and I will say that Jim, he kind of came out ahead, a little bit more than usual, and he just out and out called the director, Secret Service Director,
Uh-huh.
Kimberly Cheatham. He says, "You're a liar," and
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
But if you've got the evidence to prove it,
right.
not a big deal. Ma'am, I just tell you right now, you are lying. But for
Yeah,
her
there's-
to say, for
Uh-huh.
Ms. Mays
Mm-hmm.
to say you're full of, you know what?
Yeah, you're full of BS. No, first she said,
You didn't even put the B in there.
no, she did one time. The first
First time
sentence
around.
was like, this is pure BS. And then
But she didn't call
a
it
few minutes
BS.
later, she said, "You're full of S." And I was like, what did she just say?
You little punk.
Well,
you
they gavelled
little,
her.
you little punk. A lady who served for however, she served with distinction, according to all reports, for 27 years as an agent with the Secret Service. Okay? And
Right.
then for you little punk, to do that, ask the questions. If you don't get the answers, though you not get off your soapbox. You are not Jim Jordan. You never will be.
There was quite a few that I think they were playing for the television
Absolutely.
and trying to act like they were tough. Now, my whole take on this, because I tried to go in with a very open mind, she is highest law enforcement officer in the Secret Service.
Yes.
She is the director. I give her the benefit of the doubt. Now, I do think that she admitted that she failed. Secret Service failed. Okay, we got that out of the way. But not answering any questions whatsoever, even the ones they already knew, even ones that she had already given information to the news sources. And I found it very... I think she should just go ahead and write out her resignation and turn it in.
No, she,
There was a
she should
failure.
not do that.
I think she
'cause
should.
this is-
She's going to
this
get
is-
fired.
This is a pending investigation, and
True.
she's at the center of this investigation right
True,
now.
but I'd go ahead and write my resignation out
Yeah.
and have it ready. But
I'd post-date it.
in the same respect, I think that some of the congressmen and women
It should have already resigned.
were a little overboard with some of the comments, and I feel like they were playing it just because they knew they were on television. But what 4.5 hours of grilling. And I will say this about the director: she didn't flinch once. She she did not flinch once. I have to give her kudos for that. But I think that from what I saw and what I heard, she absolutely failed in her job.
Yeah, well, I can't say that as yet because I don't know all of the details. She hasn't given all of the details. The stuff that we don't know, we don't know.
Right.
The stuff that the agents don't know, haven't given us, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We just do not know how much is
And
actually going on behind the scenes. We do not know. For instance, the Secret Service is not investigating this.
Right. I took it into consideration, every bit of that, as I listened, and I tried to listen to it with an open mind.
If I was with the FBI and conducting this investigation, and somebody that I'm investigating from another agency that we're looking at all of what happened and how it went down,
Right.
goes out there and runs her mouth, I would explode,
Well,
as they should.
there was evidence that she had already given the some news media outlets information, but refused to give it during the hearing. Now, why?
Okay, let me explain to you what she has no obligation, very little obligation, to tell anybody outside her agency and the FBI that's doing this investigation anything that's truthful. How's that sound? She has very little obligation. She
I
can
can
she can give them
understand.
bits and pieces, but when she does it for the congressional record, she's under oath.
I can understand that. But let me say this. She has admitted to the committee yesterday
Mhm.
that she has never, ever, not yet, whether she intends to, has been to the scene. And if I was the director, I would have already been on a plane or in a car going out there to survey the scene to see what's going on.
Well, what I found irritating last night, late news, is that there were members of our congressional committees, 12 of them, that were at the scene crawling on the roof
Yes,
yesterday.
yes.
And I'm like, who let this bunch of idiots
Well,
in?
they went out there to see for themselves.
I don't care.
Well,
If that scene should still be cordoned off.
it's not.
Unless you
it's
can tell
over,
me that
right?
every bullet that was fired by that guy and every other piece of lead that might resemble a bullet in your toe, if you've got X number of spent cases from this guy's AR-15,
Right.
5.56 rifle, if you've got 12 cases, I don't know how many they got. If you got 12 of them you recovered,
Mhm.
and you haven't matched 12 pieces of lead to those bullets, that your investigation is not over. And that scene
Well,
is not secured.
They asked her how
Now
many.
it's tainted.
They asked her how many rounds were found on the roof, and she would not tell. I'd rather refer that to the FBI, the
She should have.
investigating. But
Because
she's previously gone on television and given that
how many
information.
did she say? I didn't know.
She would not say,
Well, she
she
said
would-
it on TV.
but she said it. But they didn't say how many she said on TV. They just kept saying, "Well, we've got copies of interviews that you gave on television."
I don't have to tell the truth to the media.
But why would you lie like that?
I don't know. Why don't you ask the guys in China? Maybe they're involved in this whole conspiracy.
Well, let me say this. It was 72 hours after the shooting, and she admitted to this before she even spoke to any officer on the scene
Mm-hmm.
that was present.
Probably pretty much because those officers were
No,
being
I would have
dealt
been
with.
in
I
my
know
vehicle,
you can try it.
and
You
I
can
would have
try
been
it.
out there on the scene.
And when the FBI agent in charge walks over and said, "Ma'am, you have to leave the scene. You're interfering with an investigation, and you don't," and he
Fine.
arrests you.
Fine, but at least I could see the scene for myself, see the building.
Well, I would have thought, in the spirit of joint cooperation, the FBI wouldn't arrest her, maybe keep her informed, but whether the FBI is conducting an investigation or not has nothing to do with her not calling those agents.
I agree, Kelly.
It depends upon what kind of information that they've already got. And what
Not
kind-
even to even
about if
ask
the
them
F-
about what
How
happened.
about if the agent says, "Oh yeah, well, there's supposed to be an after-action report." However, if the FBI, which was called in instantaneously,
Mhm.
right? If the FBI calls you and says, "Listen, we've got this. Please do not taint this investigation. We want to get the words from those officers at the scene. Only what we know. We want them to tell us only what they know. We don't want them to have to say, "Okay, I talked to the director about it, and this is what I told her." Oh my God, you're gonna get
Okay, well,
conflicting
let me ask you
stories.
this.
If
Why-
you've never conducted an investigation, you just don't understand
Why could
how much malarkey will go with the people that are involved. They can talk to everybody out there. That's why you don't want to
Well, why
talk to the
couldn't she
media
just
or
said-
anybody else.
told a congressional committee, look, as soon as this happened, the FBI took over. They called me and they told me to stand down and not to do this, do that, speak to anybody. So I have to go by what the
Uh-huh.
FBI. She could have very easily said that.
Okay, well then
Or the best
my
thing is to say nothing.
next question
It's crazy.
becomes: how long did it take the FBI to interview those agents?
I don't have a clue.
don't
I mean-
have
Ask the FBI.
FBI.
Why would you wait 4, 5, 6, 7 days?
Why don't you ask the FBI? No, has the congressional committee decided not to ask the FBI? You cannot talk to them. It's a pending investigation.
We
They're not
know
gonna
that.
tell
We
you
know that.
anything.
But I guarantee you, though, if I was director of the Secret Service, when I heard that there was a shooting, I would have already been in my vehicle and on my way out. If the FBI wanted to tell me, no, you can't come in, fine. But at least I could say,
Here's
I went there.
And here's the problem that you get. That scene was surrounded at that point in time by how many media? 1 million. Every one of them is going to be clamoring at her. It's going to interfere with anything that she's there to try to do.
I would have much rather had my face plastered all over the news that the Secret Service director showed up, but nobody would let her in, than not show up at all. That's just my take.
Well, got to work an investigation sometime to find out what goes on behind the scenes.
Well, I understand that, but I do believe that
And you've got to preserve the integrity of
she's
that
going-
investigation.
she's going to be going back to Coca-Cola before this
It's
is all over. with.
Pepsi Cola.
Oh, Pepsi Cola. I thought it was Coca-Cola.
PepsiCo.
PepsiCo. It's a cola drink. Came close. I need to investigate this.
All right. Anyway, I don't like her. I don't think she was qualified to do the original job she had based
Right.
upon some information from inside.
And see, and I understand your take on it
Mhm.
100%. I understand there has to be an investigation. I understand that there's going to be a lot of things that she cannot say or do openly. I understand that completely. But very simple things that I feel like as a director she should have done.
Mhm.
She was just sitting back drinking her morning coffee in her office every day. I just think that she did not do. I feel like there's some problems there. There's some issues, but I have to
know
give her
there are issues.
kudos.
There are lots of issues, but that involves with what occurred on the ground
Right.
first. It involved, and here's what the FBI and what Homeland Security. So you got two agencies involved in this,
Right.
and what Homeland Security is trying to figure out what was not done that was normally protocol or would have been normal protocol.
Right.
If there was anything that was not done, where was there a screw up there? You cannot get that kind of information from those agents if they've gone through 40 different interrogations
Oh, I
by
understand that. I
their
understand that.
supervisor and by the director of the Secret Service.
I'm just saying, if I was a director, I would have.
Is gonna-
I've already.
She's playing CYA to be in,
Oh,
in
of
the
course.
beginning. Of
I
course.
would've
I
been-
would think that as soon as this happened and they got Trump to the hospital, and once the FBI took over, my take would have been to replace the agents to guard him, because that's their job, while the other ones are being briefed and their quote investigation conducted. How are you going to conduct an investigation if they're still doing the job they're supposed to be?
Well, you got to find somebody who's capable of doing it because that's an assigned team.
Well, if somebody
Right.
drops dead in the middle of the thing, that they just have to. You would think, is there not backups in place? Tim Spees, is there not backups in
There are
place?
backups, but you've got to have somebody that works as a team. That group works on a protective detail like that.
Right.
That entire group worked as a single unit.
Right.
You replace one member of that in the midstream, you're going to have some issues.
Right. But if you're trying to conduct, as you say, conduct an investigation,
Mhm.
don't you need them off the job so you can actually conduct the investigation?
And they can be brought in one at a time.
Okay.
Well, my understanding was part of the reason why they were a lot of Secret Service agents were sent to another fundraiser that was in the area. It was ladies' ballroom gala that she had going on, and they had given her extra security for that, which was inside a ballroom
First
at
lady
a
who?
hotel. Joe Biden.
Yeah, but I thought they have their own teams.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, but they gave her extra security that day.
Mhm.
Now, she did admit yesterday, Cheadle admitted that they had asked for extra protection, and she finally admitted that they did ask for a drone and they did ask for air, and it was denied.
Denied by whom?
She said it was, but she would not say it was her. She would just say it was denied. She would not give specifics on it,
But isn't she
like who
in,
did.
wait,
There's always somebody in charge of you, regardless of
yes,
your level.
but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how this
Congress.
works, but if the Secret Service denies themselves, why have them?
Well, you have to realize too, they have 8,000 employees with the Secret Service, and they're all over the United States. They're all
And
over
other
on
countries.
details and other countries and stuff. But it finally did come out yesterday that yes, the Trump administration did ask for some extra stuff, and it was denied. But she would not say who denied it, why, anything.
Okay,
She-
I would like to know who at the Trump administration or the Trump campaign headquarters,
Right.
who specifically ask Secret Service. That would be question number one. If
Right.
this is the case, ask who asked for it. Let's talk. And
Right.
if I'm sure the FBI is doing. I know Homeland Security is doing it. FBI is conducting the shooting investigation, but Homeland's going to look at the whole oversight thing as well. But find out who asked for it, if indeed any of that is true,
Right.
because we read everything,
Right.
and some of what we read is actually true.
Some
and
of it,
that
yes.
means a big chunk of it ain't.
Right.
Well, this
Who
lady,
asked for it? Why do they ask for it? Do they ask for it for every time that Trump goes out and it's just kind of a routine thing? Hey, we need extra security, and they routinely deny it? I don't know.
Sure.
We don't know. We don't have a clue. Until somebody is who's in charge is asked.
Right.
Know who that's
Right.
going to be.
I think there's a lot more yet to come out on
No,
it.
there's going to be a
but,
ton coming out. But
Well,
and again, Cheadle, she is not.
She's going back to PepsiCo.
She,
well,
I
she
doubt it.
joined the Secret Service in '95, according to this.
She spent 27 years with him,
Yeah.
and then she retired after 27 years and came back
In
after 5 years, I
2019,
think.
she went to PepsiCo and worked there till 22, and then
For 3 years, she was gone.
yeah. But
And then
she's
Biden came on board, and Biden wanted her on. Somebody in the Biden thing had somebody to pay off.
They're saying it was Jill Biden.
I,
Well,
I don't know who
according
they
to
is, and I haven't
this-
heard that said.
according to this, she served on Joe Biden's protective detail when he
As
was
VP.
as VP
Mhm.
during the Obama administration.
Mhm.
So she knew who they were
Yep.
because she worked for the. But for people to say she's never been with service, that's not true.
No,
No, she started in
yeah.
'95. She's been.
Who says she hadn't been Secret Service?
I've heard that yesterday.
Oh my God, it's
Oh, so
published.
tell-
Yeah,
Day one, 27 years.
yeah, she's been
All
there.
that stuff that has been
Malarkey.
Yeah, she
Malarkey.
has.
So much of what you read is
Right.
totally malarkey.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be something. But you
I'm
can,
betting right now she'll be leaving.
oh, I guess guaranteed. As far as I'm concerned, I'm sure. First of all, she will probably say, just like Biden said, for this, I can't stand any more of it.
I would have halfway through the grilling yesterday just got up and told everybody what they
Well-
could do, and see you later.
Nah, not good. Okay, here we go again. Another day without a big yellow X on the National
Yay.
Hurricane Center's Hurricane Watch page.
See it? Yep.
Got it?
Nothing there.
I even erased the cursor.
I know you did.
Did you see that?
I'm
I did-
impressed.
I did not want you to get excited.
Yeah. Nope. There's nothing there. And
All
according to that, it says not expected for the next 48 hours.
There you go.
Right.
So you can take a breather. Who knows? We
Mhm.
might just slip by unscathed this year. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh,
I said it, but if you count on that, you might
just
be
poisoned
as
us.
ill prepared and unprepared as some of those folks you see on TV after a big hurricane slams ashore near their homes. They said, God, I wish I had gotten prepared. Here's the deal. John Stars Electric sponsors severe weather tips here every day because they want you to, and there are things you can do to lessen the impact of a variety of bad weather occasions. Time of year, two types of weather situations get our attention. First, tropical cyclones, of course. That includes tropical storms and hurricanes, and sometimes the spawning off of tornadoes. That happens. Severe thunderstorms that can knock down trees, that can knock out commercial power, and lightning that can knock out power grids, entire power grids, and even cause home fires. In the first case, notice generally, not necessarily when a tropical storm will or how severe it will be. As the storm develops, hurricane forecasters will narrow down what they don't initially know. The key for us is to have the very basics of what we need to do to include a stash of supplies like water, non-perishable food products, any medical supplies, and stuff like that. As the storm gets worse, you need to know what you're going to do to limit damage around your home. Plans should include securing lawn furniture and garbage cans. Strong winds can transform those items into missiles. You don't have to go out and do it today. Just pay attention and know where your ropes are or what storage spaces you have to store this stuff, right? You've heard, of course, that you'll need flashlights and spare batteries, portable radios with extra batteries, and a fully charged cell phone to use for emergencies. Fully charged cell phone. That means when the power goes out, shut it off. Don't sit there and talk on it. Avoid the desire to spend hour after hour on your phone chatting with your family and friends. Save the juice for emergency use. That rhymed. Did you notice that? Save your juice for emergency use. John Stars Electric, in addition to helping you with routine electrical needs, is a standby Generac generator dealer If you would like to talk with a member of the team about the possibilities of having electricity before, during, and after a storm until normal commercial power can be restored, give John Stars Electric a call today. With your help, they can design a system that will handle emergency needs, one that you can afford. John Stars Electric, 910-989-1908. We'll be right back with the week's forecast after these messages. Hang in there and don't go away.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Is your phone plan messing with your savings plan? Don't get stuck paying for things you don't want. With Verizon, you only pay for what you need. And for a limited time, when you bring your own phones to a Verizon store, you'll get an amazing price on your plan. Plus, you'll save on things you actually love, like the Netflix and Max with Ads bundle. And it's on our award-winning 5G network. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today for an incredible deal. A better plan to save is Verizon. Additional terms and conditions apply.
This is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great. But with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Home Connections of Eulaville is connecting people with the American dream of home ownership. In addition to single wides, double wides, and modular homes, Home Connections offers custom building and land home packages throughout eastern North Carolina just for you. Whether it be a single wide, double wide, modular home, or custom built dream home, Home Connections will make it happen. Home Connections sincerely wants you to have the American dream, your own home. Home Connections features homes by Clayton with a variety of floor plans and amenities to choose from, and many finance options available. Home Connections can make owning your own home affordable and simple. 50% of new home buyers at Home Connections are through referrals, and references are gladly provided. For your convenience, Home Connections in Beulaville is now open from 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Beautiful homes, friendly staff, and financing. All you need to do now is call Bobby or Reggie, 910-298-3387. That's 910-298-3387. Or visit ourhomeconnections.com.
Home Connections, Highway 24, Beulaville, on your way to and from the beach.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call in a friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
And the marine weather forecast, especially designed for the boaters among us, is brought to you by Community Prevention Services. Depression and anxiety can go hand in hand. Every time we read or hear about tragedies, maybe you know people who have lost everything that had in a fire, suffered unspeakable tragedies on the highways. It's normal for us to react in ways that are not necessarily healthy. There are things that can happen that are beyond our control. Losing sleep, going to the extremes to deal with events that impact you or someone you know, talking about the what ifs. Well, what if the sun doesn't come up tomorrow? All of this can be unhealthy. Of course, you want to take precautions to protect yourself and your family. That's the smart thing to do. All of us should do that. But when it becomes compulsive, that can become counterproductive. If you see yourself in what I'm saying, it might be time for you to see a counselor, someone who's trained to help folks deal with their anxieties and insecurities. You probably have to deal with that on a regular basis, don't you?
Yes.
Pretty much everything I'm saying is what you're seeing.
True.
You got a lot of words for me this morning, don't you?
I have a headache.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, at least I got more than one.
Yes, you did.
The anxiety, we all get anxious from time to time. We
Correct.
all we've got somebody in the hospital who's not doing well. You know, we just don't know what's going to be the outcome.
Bills.
Maybe I'm in the hospital myself and I just don't know what the outcome is. I had that situation a couple of years ago.
Dealt with that
8
recently.
days of that.
Yeah.
But and then you go through and you start thinking. Then you get unhealthier.
Yes. Your mind is very powerful.
Yeah.
You can think yourself into things just like you can think yourself out of them.
Yeah, I remember an old story. I'm going to digress for just a second with a
Go for
dog.
it. Mm-hmm.
The dog had a broken leg.
Mm-hmm.
The owner healed up, bandaged up the dog until it healed up, right?
Okay.
But the dog walked with a limp on that leg during that whole time, right?
Yeah.
Took the bandage off. The dog still walked with a limp on that leg.
Mm-hmm.
The owner, a young boy, put the bandage on another leg. Well, guess what happened then? He walked with a limp with that leg. The bandage.
That's awesome.
That's a story that I read back in elementary school.
I had
My
a dog that
God.
did that.
Did
She got blood work and they put a pink bandage around her leg and just for PQ, and she was continuously just holding up that leg like, oh my gosh, and she just
Dogs are people too.
when I got her
Heck
home,
yeah.
she was limping and would hold the leg up even when I got her home, and I'm like, drama queen.
See, I'm proven right again, right?
That's right.
Community Prevention Services is located right here in Jacksonville. The staff, they're trained professionals, and they deal with the same kinds of issues you might be facing, either today or in the future. There's no need to wait any longer, no need to continue feeling like you're all alone with your feelings. Give them a call today at 910-353-0972. They offer services that are completely confidential, and the chances are good that your insurance plan is recognized at Community Prevention Services. They're located at 918 Henderson Drive right here in Jayville. 910-353-0972. That's the number you should call. Your offshore weather out to 20 nautical miles. Yesterday, the waves are small. They were probably 3 to 4 feet. Kind of like the forecast today and yesterday was 3 to 4 feet, but they were choppy.
Oh, I bet.
Normal 3 to 4 footers, I can run about 30 knots, around 34, 35 miles an hour. Yesterday, 21 knots was max, and we were being whooped up on with small waves because they were about 2 inches apart. it
Were you
seemed like.
rocking?
Oh, wow.
Were you rocking?
Not too much rocking. It's just bouncing.
like bam,
Lots
bam,
of
bam,
bounce.
bam. Yeah.
So, water is warm and the seas are a little choppy. The waves are not huge, but they are very close together and they're coming from different directions at the same time. That reminds me of the agitator in a washing machine.
Correct.
Just back and forth and back and forth. Today, offshore, southerly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 4, 3-foot waves every 5 seconds. That's close together, y'all. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Wednesday, tomorrow, southwesterly winds 15 to 20, seas 4 to 5, sounds and rivers choppy. Thursday, southwesterly winds around 15, seas 3 to 4, sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, mostly sunny, a high of 91, with our heat index value as high as 100. We could have some gusty winds with gusts as high as 17 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 76. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms likely, mainly after 2 p.m. Otherwise, partly sunny, high of 90, with a heat index value tomorrow as high as 102. And also some gusty winds with 16-mile-an-hour gusts. It's a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, so I'm pretty bet we'll probably have something.
Somewhere
Yay.
we will.
Then Wednesday night, I'm sorry. Showers and thunderstorms likely, mainly before 8 p.m. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, low of 76. And then Thursday, more the same. Showers likely, potentially a thunderstorm. Then showers and thunderstorms are likely after 2 p.m. Partly sunny, high of 89 with 16-mile-an-hour gusts and 70% chance on Thursday as well.
Yesterday, we went out through New River Inlet. We went out on a falling tide. It was about an hour after high tide yesterday when we got out there. Going out, it was interesting. There was nary, not one, none at all markers in the inlet.
Yeah, I saw
Nothing.
you said that.
Zero.
Why?
Nothing.
What's going on?
They've been pulled up, moved. I don't know where they're storing them. I don't know what they're doing with them. But we take your chance after you leave the last fixed market in the channel leading to the inlet.
Mm-hmm.
You're on your own.
Wow.
You're on your own. And that includes a little very narrow strip of land, a strip of water, one section there that you can get your boat through.
That's why, yeah, well, you're very familiar with that area. You know exactly.
But it changes. That's the problem. It changes. Now, when you get around the bend, so to speak, which is what you do, and you head for the ocean, where's that buoy out there that says it's I'm supposed to hang a left right here?
Oh, gosh.
Missing. All the ones leading up to it were missing, but we know that area very well, and it doesn't change that much. But when we get out there to where we should take a left to go out to look for the channel, where's the channel? What do we look for? Well, we picked the area that looked the least bad, and it was only 1 hour after high tide.
Right.
And the water was as shallow as 5 feet across the bar on high tide, near high tide.
5 feet.
Coming back.
Wow.
I couldn't do that, but it just makes it choppy.
Right.
Coming back, if the wind had been blowing much, we would have had a real problem. We did have a problem. We came back and picked our way through the same spot. Bottomed out 4 times. The boat was on the bottom. Another wave came in from behind and picked it up and moved it forward a little bit. 4 times it did that as we made our way towards less shallow. It took a long time to get to the deep water.
Now you have your, I guess it's a finder.
We have a depth finder.
A depth finder.
Well,
on
that's
your
cool.
boat.
You know where by the time the transducer, that's the thing that picks up the depth, that sends a signal to the bottom and come up. That's mounted on the stern of the boat.
Right.
You've already 30 feet onto whatever it is when that depth finder tells you how deep the water is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the time it tells you you're in 1 foot of water, you're on the bottom. So we managed to pick our way through. It was still an hour and change before low tide. So it was going to get worse. I want to know who picked up my buoys. That's number one. Why didn't they put them back in the channel that's supposed to be there? I want to know where the money is going that for the last 5, 6, 7 years that the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission has picked up more money. They've increased the fees for boat registrations on the pretext of maintaining our shallow draft inlets. There's nothing maintained about New River Inlet. I was wondering yesterday, first time I've been out since last year, I was wondering why there were no boats anywhere out there. There were a lot of boats out of Beaufort Inlet that were fishing that tournament, the Spanish mackerel tournament. There were at least 10 because 10 people weighed fish.
Now, was that a mackerel I saw in the picture yesterday?
Yeah, Spanish mackerel. But where were the boaters? We even called them on the radio for short range stuff.
Wow.
Not a soul responded yesterday on any channel.
Was it because of the weather? No one went out?
No, it's because of New River Inlet, in my opinion. The same waters, the same roughness was out of Beaufort Inlet as there was out of New River yesterday, but nobody chose to go out of New River yesterday for anything.
Do we need to go to Raleigh and see our reps?
No, we need to bring them here and lock the door and just have a session with them, all of them. We could do it in the backyard. I can lock the gates.
No, let's not do that.
Okay, we're going to have to secure one of our mascot here because we've got a couple of fine folks coming in. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we'll be talking with a couple of fine folks here in just a few minutes at the top of the hour, or maybe even a little bit earlier. And we'll be talking about all sorts of good things you can do. One of them involves a night out.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have a night out?
I'll be there.
Oh, that one.
I'll have
Okay.
a booth. Yes.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
WSME.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
When it comes to paint and paint supplies, whether a contractor or homeowner, since 1957, people have depended on Jacksonville's premier paint store, CNS Paint, for all their paint, painting supplies, and accessories, as well as providing expert knowledge and helping with a particular paint project. CNS Paint, with locations in Jacksonville at 6 Doris Avenue, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, and 105 Williams Drive, Morridge City. CNS Paint is close and convenient to cover the Crystal Coast with quality PPG paint for any project, residential or commercial. Color is often the first impression of a home or community. PPG's team of designers, experienced in both new home construction and residential repaint, have compiled over 2,000 color schemes to provide you with a selection that appeals to homeowners. A beautiful and lasting paint job starts with quality PPG paint. For more information, phone 910-455-0210 or visit CNS Paint, 6 Stars Avenue, Jacksonville, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, or 105 Williams Drive in Morridge City, or online, cspaintcenter.com. CNS Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers commercial financing and residential financing as low as 0%. With hurricane season here, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Humphrey Heating and Air also does residential and commercial plumbing, air duct cleaning for better breathing, and services all brands of HVAC. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. With locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead, visit online humphreyheating.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
Summer vacation season is here, and if your plans include hitting the road to do some traveling, then make sure to visit to Silent Service Centers on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle. A trip to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind, with the best value on all name brand tires, and the largest selection of used tires in the area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes and alignment service, and one is really nice is there's no long wait time. Silent Service Center knows you are busy and will have you back on the road in a hurry. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. And, you know, we're surrounded by the popo, and are we safe? Are we good? Do you think?
I feel so safe.
Okay, good. I just met
Sir.
with
Sir.
I just love that movie. What was the name of it? The guy went down to Mississippi and he was a
The Lincoln Lawyer?
No. This is way back before your time. Anyway, some officer stopped him and he said, "Boy, this is back in the day. Boy, what do they call you up there in New York?" He said, "They call me sir." And then he produced his New York PD badge. So that was the way it worked. We have a couple in the office here. One I've known for a number of years. He's a lieutenant, but we're not going to talk to him first.
Sir.
We're going to
He's
talk
a
to the
sir.
lady. Ladies first, right, LT?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Well, he
And
knows
we
how to
have
respond already.
Detective Brittany Thomas with the Jacksonville Public Safety Office here.
Yeah,
and I understand she's the key person that's going to talk about the running with the law races.
Yeah, and she runs. I just asked her. She likes to run.
I believe it. She's
Don't you
so
have a car
fit
or a
and
bicycle or a boat or something?
I really enjoy running.
Oh, okay.
Good for you.
It doesn't take as much gas, right?
It's a little cheaper.
Yeah. Well,
How
that's
long
good.
have you been with JPD?
4 years now.
Wow. Are you from this area? Or
No, actually, I've been here for about 5 years now, but I'm originally from the north.
We won't hold it against you. You got smart. You moved here.
There you
Yeah.
See, we got all of the lines down pat here.
We're very welcoming in the South.
We are. Yeah, we like folks up
Well,
there.
thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Why'd you want to be one of those, the popo types?
I truly just wanted to help people.
She likes the power, in other words. Power over the people? No, I'm just kidding.
No, if I can make someone's bad day just a little bit better, it's worth it.
That's nice.
You know, somebody, I was asked one time, you have to deal with all those bad people. I said, honestly, I guarantee you, the lieutenant, and you probably found out already, 98% of the people you have contact with, they're either victims or they had did something very minor. It's nothing significant, no big deal. 2%, the bad people. I'll take 2% bad people any day over and deal with the 98%. No problem. That's why I don't like jails. Wouldn't want to be a jailer or a prison guard because all of those people are bad, right? You're dealing with 100%. So, anyway, okay, let's talk about running with the law. I forgot I was going to wear my T-shirt. I got one of those. Not for running, but the chief gave it to me a few years ago just because.
That as you were running?
No, they could catch me. I'm not going to run from them.
You know, I got thinking about a little while ago. We've had a lot of Jacksonville Public Safety officers on our show.
Mhm.
Rayford, they all know where you live now.
I know, but they think they know where I live.
They all know where you live now.
My home floats and has 2 motors on it. But this running with the law is something that started about how many years ago now?
12 years ago.
That's what
This
I
is going to
thought.
be our 12th annual Running with the Law.
Wow. And what's involved? The people get out there, you try to chase them down or what?
Not quite. So there's a couple different events they can choose from. There's a 1 mile fun run, a 5K, or a 10K race.
Mhm.
They could participate in any of the events, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a run. They can walk as well.
Thank God. How many days do I have to finish?
About 1 day.
Oh, okay. You got any 25-yard sprints?
Not this year.
So you're running is I like what I read that where the proceeds are going.
Yeah, so every year we benefit the North Carolina Special Olympics.
Yay.
And year round we have events that benefit them. This is just one of our events that benefit the North Carolina Special Olympics.
So and I looked at the entry fees, which was kind of interesting last night. The longer you can run, the cheaper it is.
That's true. Yeah, so the 1 mile fun run is going to be $25. The 5K is $40, and the 10K is $50.
Wow. So you can at least you can get through there. Wonderful. Is Lieutenant Silence going to be running too?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
I just knew that was
What
going.
took you so long to answer that one?
I saw it coming.
Yeah, I figured you would. Tell us the nuts and bolts about this. When is it going to be?
So it's going to be on Saturday, August 3rd. It's at Jacksonville Commons Recreation Center, which is 100 Recreation Lane. Running with the Law is a sister event to National Night Out. So it's the Saturday before National Night Out in the Commons, and it starts at 7:30 a.m.
Okay, so people got to get up early. I don't know whether I can make that early call.
We got to beat the heat.
Definitely.
Yeah, and August is going to be even hotter than July,
Yeah.
according to the
Can we
long-range
do a
forecasters.
national petition to move National Night Out to the fall?
Actually, that was suggested at one time.
Man,
and,
it's
there was,
always
I think
the
that
hottest
they
night
had
of the
a
year.
postponement a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and they actually moved it to like October or something
I
that
think
year.
it was because of the storm.
I think it was because of the storm. And they've had a couple of issues in the past dealing with COVID and the whole 9 yards. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've had a couple of movements.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think the fall would be a really nice time to have it too. And,
A little bit cooler.
it'll be cooler. Anyway, so people, how can they sign up?
So they can visit runsignup.com and search for Running with the Law, and then it should pull up. And you can register until the Friday night before at 9:30, or that morning if you want to show up on race day at 6:30 in the morning. You can also sign up right before the event as well.
6:30 is not that early for most of us. So if I inadvertently sign up 2 people that I know to do this run, and they fail to show, can you guys go pick them up for failure to appear?
I don't know about that.
Kelly, isn't that the weekend we're going out of town on that trip?
Oh, so you're eluding arrest.
Gotta catch me.
I don't think
first.
I don't think that's how that works. I'm just I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Darn. Okay, let's take a quick break. You're live. If you got some questions you would like to ask either one of these fine folks right now, we're going to be talking about running with the law, not from the law, and also National Night Out coming up here in just a couple of days after Running with the Law on the 6th of August. So hang in there. Give us a call if you want to chat, 910-333-0139, 910-333-0139. That's for us Southerners. We'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1.
How are y'all doing, Richlands Piggly Wiggly fam? Your week is about to get a whole lot better because we have some whole Boston butt for just $1.79 a pound. Toss it on the grill and have you a family barbecue. Fresh Springer Mountain chicken thighs and drumsticks for $1.29 a pound. I don't know about y'all, but I love me some fried chicken. Pair it with some fresh snap beans for 99 cents a pound. You just can't go wrong with green beans. And don't forget to grab some local North Carolina grown seedless watermelons for $3.99 each. You'll need a refreshing snack on these hot summer days. Stop by the Richlands Piggly Wiggly this week for a smile and delicious deals.
If you have a project that requires ready-mix concrete, whether a driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the summer, Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville can handle the job, large or small. Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does complete concrete finishing. So, for ready-mix concrete and professional concrete finishing, phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulahville. Proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina, and thanks all our military families and all that serve.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville. Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
You know, I think what happens sometimes when we put the calls out there, when we got law enforcement in the area, they're afraid you're going to be tracking them or something. We are. Yeah, I know you are.
Move my phone. Just put it in my back pocket here.
Oh, well, they can find it there too.
I don't want to put any trackers
Stop
on
it.
We're still tracking it. Don't matter.
Even when it's turned off.
I'm trying to get the info in.
Y'all just
on
don't
them
quite
so I know
realize
where to
that, do you? Brittany, you're what kind of crimes do you normally work on? Are you assigned to anything special or just general?
Special Victims Unit.
How are you?
Yeah, I primarily work crimes against children.
Oh, good.
Wow.
I assume you have no mercy.
No, I try my best to help my victims.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. That's got to be a tough position, especially. I don't want to say that you're not that far from being that young, but you are in the eyes of people like Dale and me.
Easy.
Yeah, especially me. But as you can really relate to some of those, especially the kids, the young people.
Yeah, so I really try to be a voice for them because I primarily work like very small children, whether it's like infants and toddlers, child abuse cases and things like that. So yeah, I try to be a voice for them when they can't even talk yet most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Man, that causes you stress, doesn't it?
That's why I run.
I got
There you go, Kelly. Get your shoes on.
There you go.
Kelly counsels them. So you two, I admire you both for that.
Yeah, that would be tough work. That's not something I'd want to do, and I guarantee you the LT would not want to do that either.
Negative.
Yeah, see, we have our
Negative.
place, and it's generally not doing something like that.
I like
But
him.
kudos to you, and there are special people who do things like that.
Thank you.
Everybody should appreciate it, because those who will go hurt kids, we have another method of dealing with them. And it's generally, not
we
really
better
nice.
change this up. Let's get back to running.
We talk bad about them. Running. How long is this longest run?
It's a 10K, so that's like 6.2 miles.
Yeah. That's from here to,
That's 2 loops around the commons because I live there.
actually, that's exactly from here down to 159 Old Bridge Street. That's 6.1 miles from here. No. I'm not gonna run that
It's a
far.
little bit of a stretch.
Yes, it is. A little
Well,
bit
you
of a
can
stretch.
walk also.
Yeah, but it's only in one day.
Get your little
I'll pull you in
tutu.
a wagon.
Yeah.
How about that?
Kelly and I'll pull you in a wagon. We'll
Yeah.
pull you
Well,
in
and
a
she
car.
said she was going to do it by herself.
We'll help me. We're a team.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, you're going to pull me in a wagon.
I'll pull
But
you
you
in the
got
wagon.
to wear a tutu.
You know that will never happen.
If we're pulling them in,
I'll wear a tutu.
I'll wear a tutu.
You'd be
No.
surprised. Some people wear capes.
They do. They.
tutus,
I've
bright
seen them.
colored
Yeah.
socks.
That's
Yeah.
what makes it so fun.
Yeah, what does cause people to come out for something like this? I know it's for a great cause, but
That's
you
why.
get out there and sweat your brains out.
I think it's also just for the community,
Mm-hmm.
the atmosphere, the fun of it all. We're going to have a DJ there. We're going to have some vendors, food trucks. It's just a good time.
So you get out and run, then you go up and fill your gut up with food, and then what happens?
Replace all the calories you just burned off. And we'll also have an award ceremony at the end.
All right, cool. What you just trophies or?
Yeah, so we'll have a finisher medal for everyone who finishes the 5K race, and then there'll be first and second place for each age group. And then we'll also have the first place for the 5Ks and the 10Ks.
Some fishing tournament flags over there, but nothing for running.
Well, now's your chance.
No,
Right, but for
I've already-
yeah,
that has come and gone.
Kelly, I've got this already. We should dress them up in black and white stripes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. I like
They
that.
have to be vertical. It's horizontal makes me look fatter.
You choose the crime, you do the time.
All right, well, let's go. We're going to take a break, and you're going to hang with us for a while because Dale may need a little assistance.
Oh, I'll need some help.
He needs some backup in this one, and
Sounds
he's
good.
not looking at me thinking I'm going to help him work the flip. Right? Let's take a break. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSMA Fox News is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Vice President Kamala Harris already raising more than $100 million since being endorsed by President Biden Sunday, meeting with campaign staff in Wilmington, Delaware, joined by the president on the phone.
It's my great honor to have Joe's endorsement in this race. And it is my intention to go out and earn this nomination and to win.
Campaigns in Milwaukee today. There are more calls for Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle to resign after her testimony in the House about the assassination attempt on former President Trump. He tells Fox nobody at the rally told him there was a problem.
They could have said, let's wait for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, something. Nobody said, I think that was a mistake.
America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay, we're back. Live and local, and we're talking with a couple of fine Jacksonville's finest in here. And right now, we're going to turn our attention to Lieutenant Dale Silence. How long have you been with the department, Dale?
Been with Jacksonville roughly 17 years.
Wow. Where were you before?
North Carolina Alcohol Law Enforcement.
Oh,
ALE.
when was that?
Started in late 2002, early 2003.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's this radio. I was like,
My radio's going off?
I think it's your radio.
Who knows? Okay. Yeah, I knew a bunch of the ALA, but most of them were before that time. And did some things with them way back then.
Yeah.
It was a good place.
Yeah,
Back
it's a
in the
great
Jerry
place.
Reed days.
Yeah, and before that. But yeah, went out on a liquor still raid, and explosives were involved.
Of course.
Okay, so this was a big still out in the 9 Mile area. And a few years ago, a gentleman came over here and he was talking to me, and I didn't know him, but he was going to refinish our floors. So we're getting an estimate from him, hardwood floors. And I said, he told me where he lived. I said, oh, yeah, I've been out that neck of the woods, got a lot of liquor out there. He said, yeah, I used to make a lot of that liquor. I said, really? Okay. I said, well, one time I was up there and the H's had to set off some explosive because the still was pretty big. And I was hiding behind a tree, and one of the pieces of that stuff came across the top and cut the top of the tree out. He said, you blew up my still. I said, oh, Lord, here we go.
There that goes.
And that was the case. But, of course, he was no longer. He just passed away a few years ago. But anyway, he was an interesting guy. Of course, they all were.
Yes, sir.
He has some great stories. Okay, now, you're here. We got an event that comes up once a year. And in the beginning, as I recall it, it was called Take Back the Night, way back then.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time
Yes.
ago. And the idea was the people were fed up with bad people coming out, and they ruled the night. The good people had to stay locked away in their homes, the bars on the windows and whatever, to some extremes. So they started this little movement, and it kind of caught on. And then I kind of like the original, but this National Night Out is kind of a festive occasion as well these days. What's the purpose of it?
Basically, to help take down the barriers between our community and our law.
Thank you. And it works here.
It does.
Having moved back here some years ago, I can see a whole lot of difference now than what it was in the 70s.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
That's good.
We have an awesome community. We really do. If you look at everyone around us and look at their crime rates and then look at us,
I do.
We have been blessed.
Oh,
We've been blessed for our community. So that's
a jaywalking story makes major news here, breaking news, right? And pretty much, seriously. That good gracious, I lived in Wilmington for 30 years. Like, come on, give me a break. Shopping robs or were a daily occurrence.
Yes, sir.
Bank robberies, the news media hardly covered them, and something serious was involved. I kid you not. Jacksonville is a peaceful town. Got a lot of cars driving back and forth.
We do. We certainly do.
And I notice your patrol units are doing an outstanding job giving them blue light specials.
Well, we have a job to do, that's for sure.
And I appreciate it.
And I appreciate it too.
Yeah.
So, National Night Out, opening ceremonies 5 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Ends at 9 p.m. with a big fireworks
You
display.
got it.
Right.
And lots of
downtown.
vendors, lots of food.
Yes, ma'am.
And they give away bikes.
Yes.
And school supplies. Don't
Yeah.
forget that.
Yes.
Give away bikes.
Bicycles
to
every
kids
year.
Every year.
Where do you get the bikes?
Donations.
Yeah.
We purchase some, most of which are grants.
Mhm.
Just depends. Every how we can get them, we try to get anywhere from 80 to 120 bikes
Wow.
roughly a year. Obviously, different size bikes for different age groups, and we do those. We raffle those off every year.
Yeah.
So,
It's a big
I say
deal.
raffle. It's a drawing.
Yeah.
There's no money exchange
involved.
at the end.
You
Correct.
just people sign up, put
You
their
got
name
it.
in the pot, and they just draw names out.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you buy brand new bikes or you take donations and
They're
fix
brand
them up?
new.
Brand new,
So-
all of them?
We actually do both. But now for National Night Out, we only do the drawing for the new bicycles. We also have a program where if you have an old bicycle that you don't use anymore, you can donate it to the police department. And in some cases, we'll actually refurbish it and we'll give it to, if somebody comes in, hey, look, I'm trying to get to work. I don't have a way to get around.
I have
And
one.
we can
it's very nice
donate
bike.
those bikes to individuals that are in need.
I may
So-
have 2 or 3 around here. You
How
never
would
know.
I go about donating my bike?
Bring it right to the police department.
You know where that is, Lee?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, sir. Yes.
Um,
I'll give you another fun fact about National Night Out from
Okay.
somebody that sits on a 5-county coalition and state agencies. Jacksonville's National Night Out is one of the biggest on the eastern half of North Carolina.
mhm.
We have the most attended one.
Also have had a lot of awards.
I think
Yeah.
you got a
A
big
lot of
award
We have a
awards.
last
huge,
year.
Yes.
yeah,
Nationally
big deal.
recognized.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this is a major deal.
It is.
So, okay, parking downtown Jacksonville is at what they call a premium. Virtually non-existent, right?
Yes, sir. You
So
got
what
it.
do you do about that?
So we have our transit system will actually pick you up and bring you to downtown. Those transit buses start around 4 p.m.
Do they pick up at certain locations?
They do. I believe at New River Shopping Center, if I'm not
Yes, that
mistaken.
was,
That
that
would be
was
a good
one
one.
of them last year.
And I think there's another one, and I cannot recall where that is at the moment.
Wasn't it down by like Thompson Elementary School?
No,
and
there's
there
no
was
park- there's
some-
no
they were
parking down there.
parking down there. No, they
Yeah,
were.
they park and walk.
Yeah, no, vendors were. We were
Vendors,
parking there,
yeah.
and then they would bring us back up.
Yeah,
to
so
the-
vendor parking is down there,
Yeah, that's what
and
it is.
vendor. There's another vendor parking down at the old city garage, but that's for vendors only. That's not for the
yes,
general public.
Yes.
But again, that parking lot up by the sheriff's office, all that parking up that way, the side parking lot of the police department, any parking down there that's government owned, obviously is going to be fair game.
If it says LEO, law enforcement only, do not park there.
That's also true.
Okay. If there's a fire hydrant there, do not park there.
Also
If
true.
it says do not parking, do not park there.
Correct.
Okay. Because there are a lot of police going to be out that night. Now, talking about police, it's not just Jacksonville PD.
It is not. It is not. We have folks from all over Highway Patrol, Swansboro, Holly Ridge. We have folks from all over the K-9 programs.
I know the sheriff will be there.
The sheriff will absolutely be there.
Yeah.
We have folks from all over.
NCIS, FBI.
They normally do a big tent area. Sometimes they'll do the evidence processing stuff with us and kind of show how they process scenes and stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there that night.
So, it's kid friendly.
Of course, we have a whole kids area at the other end. We got a petting zoo coming this year.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh, nice. And then you have something at the water too, don't you?
Fireworks.
Well, certainly the fireworks
Right.
down by
It
the
seems
water.
like last year, a couple years ago, they had some boats or something down there.
So
Although-
we do patrol the water that time during that event just to make sure.
Right. Remember, you had something at one time where you could go on a little boat or something.
Nah, They
Yeah,
don't
it's
wanna-
been a couple of years ago though.
I can put mine down there for a fee. I'll take you for a ride.
There you go.
That would be illegal, by the way. I'm not a licensed captain. It's something else we're doing here as part of the Amateur Radio Club.
Yes, sir.
We met you down there the other day.
Yes, sir.
The chief at one of our events recently, back in June, he asked us if we would consider setting up at your EOC, at the city's EOC, and some of us were like, wow, there are 2 EOCs. A lot of folks don't realize that, right?
Yes, sir.
So for National Night Out, we will be manning our own unit at your EOC for actually a bunch of extra hams that will be running around downtown as well. So
Yes, sir.
it's kind of going to be an interesting trial run for us.
It will be.
So we're looking forward to that. And just a little plug there for you guys, if you want to be down there, wherever your command post is, where's it going to be? Down on the waterfront?
So our EOC is where everything is run out of.
Right.
We'll have a meeting area basically by what they used to call the old Bold building. But there's not really going to be a command post downtown. Now that, as far as if there's a command post set up yet, that's to be determined.
Okay.
So spaces are at a premium at the moment.
Right.
So yeah, we're kind of running out of room down there. So
yeah, we have our own little command post too. It's called the Hamulance. It's a converted ambulance, and as we're known as hams. One of the gentlemen who bought that thing owned it, set it up. The chief invited him to set it up downtown. So that'll be somewhere wherever you guys designate.
That'll be down by the old city water department.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So you'll be able to go in there and see some of the emergency operations, communications that actually occur as well during certain times like that.
And Kelly, our favorite band, is playing.
Freeway.
Freeway.
Yeah, they're usually there.
You know a guy down there, don't you?
I've heard of him. Yes.
So-
No, I work with him. Great guy.
I saw him at an event recently, and I'm like, when did that start growing?
They could almost be brothers
I
if
know
Bill
that.
was to shave.
Yeah. Yeah.
They could almost be brothers.
Yeah.
We're talking about
You want
Bill
to-
Wolford.
Yeah, you want to admit that?
Sure.
Okay.
We were actually on the street crimes unit together.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
team.
He was
Bill's a
he
great
was
guy.
a great police officer.
Yeah, he's
Yes, sir.
And you got a sense of humor, kind of like you do.
He does. He's sharp, man. Let me tell you something. If you don't pay attention, his joke will go over your head in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I
He's
understand
funny.
that.
He is
He's
funny.
a trip.
Dry
Yes.
sense of humor, too. How many have you been to National Night Out, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to be manning any booths down there?
No, I usually just provide security.
Oh, security.
Yes, sir.
You need
Making sure it's
security
safe
for
for
National Night?
everyone.
Aren't there a lot of police officers down there?
There are, but if someone falls or gets hurt, we just have people walking around making sure everyone's okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay,
probably
good.
the safest place to be that night.
Now, hey, let's just talk about some do's and don'ts. I mean, a lot of people got concealed carry permits. No.
Correct. Not all.
Dogs.
That's a great question.
Okay. I would strongly suggest if you're going to hang around for the fireworks, leave your pet at home.
Right. And it's
Okay?
hot.
Yeah,
And it's going to be hot.
It's
That's
going to
correct.
be. It's August, y'all.
And you don't need your doggies out there having to go potty on the grass.
And
Well, it's so
panting and
crowded.
panting.
Yeah,
looking
so
miserable.
panting and it's hot and sometimes they get a little irritable when it's hot like that.
And they might not be accustomed to people.
That's
or
right.
lots of people.
Leave your pets at home.
Leave them at home. If you got a service dog, they're trained for that kind of an occasion.
Right.
Different story,
Right.
right?
Yes.
But any other rules of the road there? No guns, and preferably leave your critters at home.
I would say stay hydrated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot that night, and hydration can't start at the beginning of the event.
No,
Like the body doesn't work that
No,
way.
you
You need
have
to
to start
hydrate
early.
in advance.
Really
There you
early.
go.
because you will, ladies perspire or glisten, isn't it? Right? We just sweat it out.
No, we sweat.
No, we
too.
sweat it out.
So
We sweat, too.
y'all, during that entire evening, you are going to be losing fluids. So pay attention to it.
Exactly.
What else? Can you tell
Oh,
us?
I do have a question. Is it too late to sign up to put a vendor booth out there?
It is. It ends in June. We
June?
we are still getting so the planning process for this starts in early March.
Right.
So and it takes that much time to get everything
Oh,
in
I
place.
understand
So
completely.
it fills up. I'd probably say in 2 weeks it's
Wow.
we're sold out. So we're roughly at about 135 vendors right now,
That's a lot.
and you got to think that's just for the Riverwalk Park. That's not.
Right.
There's not a whole lot of space. I mean, there's enough room. There's not a whole lot of space down there.
No, there's not. Now,
I know I was out there many of a year.
okay, you're gonna have food trucks,
Absolutely.
so we have plenty of food to deal
We
with.
have over 30 food vendors
Oh,
at the
that's
moment.
good. The line should be short.
Are there any other vendors where they charge you for anything? This is a service, obviously,
But most of these are going to be nonprofits,
Right.
going to be resources for our community.
Okay.
Certain victims advocates, those types of things that either the county or the city or state provide certain services. So most of it's nonprofit.
Okay, good. So it doesn't cost you anything to go, unless you
No.
eat or drink something.
There you go.
And I imagine there's probably going to be some free water hanging around too for.
Oh,
folks
there'll
out
be a
there.
lot of
Yeah.
vendors giving away water.
Yeah, I've seen that in the past too. So
Thankful for
that's-
that.
That's good. Wonderful. All right. What else can we talk about with the National Night Out? Anything we need to know that the folks need to know? Parking, we know at New River Shopping Center. If you want to get there, the day before and park somewhere downtown, you might be able to find a space. But if you go there that afternoon, you're likely not going to find one. So you'll need to provide some transportation. Or go your best bet, because that shuttle service is going to run throughout the evening,
Right.
back and forth and back
Now,
and forth.
I will
Got it?
say that they usually put out a map on
Mhm.
their Facebook page, so I'll go in and snatch that and post that on our page too,
Okay.
so people will know some of the parking areas.
Just
There's going to be police officers in a Dunkin' booth. So you
Oh, I
can
like
dunk
that.
a police officer.
the chief going to get in it.
Oh, with the chief,
I'm
will
probably
buy-
going to lean towards no. This year, he's got a unique assignment of. So Chief is going to be riding around with our new chief.
Oh,
Our,
yes.
our
That's
director is going to
right.
be riding around with our new chief.
We get to meet the new
introducing
chief.
him. So the
That's
new
good.
chief will be.
We got to get him in here to meet him too. So
Yes,
he'll be
It
on the
takes over
stage.
the end of the month, I think, right?
I started next week.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
what
pretty
I
close
heard.
to the end of
Don't
the
get
month.
me lying. I
That's
really don't know.
what-
I think it's the 29th of this month. I
That's
think
what was
that's-
said
but don't quote
yesterday.
me. I'm not sure.
That is the end of the month.
I would agree.
That's
It
next
is.
week.
It's pretty close to the end of the month.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll have him in very soon. We've
Yeah.
already been promised.
Okay, that's good. And maybe we'll get our current chief to bring him in here.
Oh,
Introduce
yes,
him
most
around.
definitely.
He'll probably run away.
What a
after
great
meetings.
job he is doing.
I've looked at his history. I think he's going to be good for the community.
I think he will be too.
Oh,
And I think he's
yes.
probably going to be relieved coming in here and being able to. I don't really have to work that hard around here, do I?
No, he'll have his work cut out for him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of opportunities here for him. So we're excited.
That's great. It's wonderful.
Brittany, your husband's in Marsaw.
Yes.
Does he give you any advice on how to do your job?
No, we try not to.
He tries not to.
Tries not to. Sometimes he fixes my form a little bit.
Do you try to help him with his job?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I think that's above my pay grade.
Oh well, yeah, but you're a supportive wife in addition to being a trained law enforcement type, right?
Yes.
In other words, she's not telling me the whole truth. Yes, you do.
Don't get me in this.
No. So I know what Brittany does. So Lieutenant Silence, sir. Did I get it right?
You did.
Right.
That's a lot of yes.
What is your main duty?
So I'm a lieutenant over special projects. So anything like National Night Out.
Yes.
So I'm the coordinator for National Night Out.
Gotcha.
The Peace Officers Memorial.
Oh yes.
That's also my job. I'm also lead firearms instructor for the police department.
Very Really? Nice.
So
Very
everything
nice.
involving guns is my responsibility.
Very good.
And anything that the chief or anybody above me sees fit, they assign it to me.
We need to have him on here one morning for gun safety.
Yeah, what we need to
That
do
would
is
be
have.
great.
Can you got any extra ammo that y'all don't want?
There's never extra ammo,
No.
ever.
He is a great instructor, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't have to pay for that. Thank you. I
He
appreciate
teaches our firearms Fridays.
Uh-huh.
About once a month, we go
Yes.
out there and train together. He
Yeah.
teaches the whole squad just to
remember
get
back in
better.
the
Can I
day.
go and participate in one of those just for giggles?
I tell you what, if Chief says you can come out, you can come out.
I did it back in the day when it was Gordon Bradley. Used to be. He used to
LT.
tell me he's just because one time I only had 5 rounds in my 357. He goes, "Why are you only carrying 5?" And I said, "I was always told to leave it on an
that
empty
was a
chamber."
stupid
He goes, "No, no,
cowboy
no,
thing.
no." He says, "You carry 6." He said, "I'll tell you why. If the first 5 miss, use the last one on yourself."
Oh Lord.
I'm like,
Yeah, we don't operate that way anymore. There's just,
Whoa.
of course, we carry a
He was
lot
fun.
more
He
than
was
6
fun,
rounds these days.
Oh yes.
I got a 21 gun salute on any day.
Yeah, that was way back in the day when everybody carried revolvers.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'll
was a
I'll
mess.
explain to you why that 5 rounds in the gun was
Well, I know.
Required by some people who didn't know any better. at one
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Well, we learned.
Dates back to the single action revolvers. Dale, thank you. Appreciate it, Lieutenant.
Thank you for
Appreciate
Thank
you coming
you,
in.
sir.
And Brittany,
Appreciate it.
it's a special honor meeting
It
you.
is.
Pleasure to meet you all.
And having you on board.
Yes.
You know where we are, and we're on in here from 7 to 9 every day, weekdays. If you're out and you just want to drop by and say, hey,
You're welcome to any time.
do so. Dale, same thing.
Yes, sir.
You're always welcome. And so are any of the men and women of the BPD or any other law enforcement.
You just
agency.
need a cool place to come in and sit in
Yeah.
the morning and have coffee with
Actually,
us.
I have my 95-year-old neighbor who walks the blocks down here in the mornings. He comes in here some mornings. He just
I'm
walk
sure
in,
you
sit
know
down,
him.
and just hang out. Very cool.
Mr.
95
Pelletier,
is only
I'm
a
sure you
number
know
in
him.
his case.
Yeah.
I will tell you that right now. And
He's something
he'll
else.
outwalk me in a heartbeat. Maybe we should get him involved in that walking. He's not going to run. I don't want him to run.
Look, Kelly and I can only cart one person in the car.
No, he might outshow everybody.
No, I know, but after a while, he was to get hot, and then no, you're enough for us.
You're enough.
You're enough.
See how I'm treated.
I do.
Yeah.
We have to keep him
You know
straight.
the feeling, don't you?
Yes.
We have to
Okay.
keep them straight, yeah. But
I got
it's
3 wives.
it's great having you both in here this morning. And I have posted a lot of this information on our live Facebook and YouTube right now. But I will go back and post individual, flyers and stuff for National Night Out and Run with the Law. So we'll get the word out.
Yeah, just don't forget, all of this information is available on either the police department's website
Yes.
or the city of Jacksonville's
That's where I get
website.
it from.
If you've got any questions, feel free to call. We'll direct you in the right direction.
There you go.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you all.
Folks, be safe. All right.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Thank you so much.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. We'll be right back with weather.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
If you're a biker or motorcycle enthusiast and love the mountains of North Carolina, then the Clarkton Motel in beautiful Maggie Valley, North Carolina, in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains, is the place for you. You see, the Clarkton Motel is biker owned and offers bike tours through some of the most beautiful and breathtaking scenery in the world. While visiting, you may want to visit the Wheels Through Time Museum. Wheels Through Time is home to the world's premier collection of rare American vintage motorcycles and houses over 300 of America's rarest and most historic classic motorcycles, including the likes of Harley-Davidson, Indian, Excelsior, Henderson, and many more. The Clarkton Motel has a pool, kitchens, and king and queen size beds are available and offers Sunday through Thursday discounts. That's the Clarkton Motel, 1527 Soco Road, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. For reservations, phone 1-800-787-6998. Visit www.motorcyclefriendlymotel.com.
This is Bill from Bill Cycle Salvage in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I approve this message.
Safety on the highways begins with your tires. Before you hit the highway the rest of this summer vacation season, visit Battlefield Tire Pros, 103 Norris Road, Highway 24 in Swansboro, and let them inspect your tires for your peace of mind before traveling. Since 1963, Battlefield Tire Pros has served our community and military neighbors with name brands such as Michelin, Uniroyal, Firestone, Goodyear, and many others, including a good selection of used tires. They also carry lawnmower tires, four-wheeler tires, and motorcycle tires, and alignment service is available by appointment. Save time and money money by skipping the dealerships and the big box stores and let locally owned and operated Battlefield Tire Pros of Swansboro handle all your tire and alignment needs. Battlefield Tire Pros at the corner of Norris Road and Highway 24 and the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Phone 910-326-4178 or visit Battlefield Tire Pros online at battlefieldtirepros.com.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Chino Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Chino Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Chino Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. The marine weather forecast, specially designed for people like me, boaters, is brought to you every day at this time by Community Prevention Services of Jacksonville. Depression and anxiety, we talked about it last hour. It's a key problem for so many people out there. You guys must spend a ton of time dealing with depression and anxiety.
We do.
Everybody suffers from it at one time, right?
That's true.
Doesn't mean that it's going to be a major problem forevermore.
No.
Some people get over it. They just deal with it. No big deal. It's just a short-lived thing. But others kind of last for a while.
Well, for some people, it can be hereditary.
Oh, my.
You can trace it back through families.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So they deal with that. And if you don't get over it and you don't get help, there's a thing called a downhill progression.
It can get worse, yes.
And what are some of the signs of it as it's getting worse?
Are we talking about depression?
Depression. Let's talk with the depression first.
You start to lose I'm going to use the word desire. I don't know if that's the right word. You lose interest in things that you normally found pleasure in. Sometimes it could be something as simple as cooking, making your bed. Other times it's going to work. I've seen people so depressed they don't feed their family, they don't feed their children, they don't feed their pets. They literally, so it can progress.
It's self-destructive.
It can be. It's very sad.
Anything they can do themselves to get over it? I mean, can they call their relatives and can that help them?
It depends. I've seen it work in a positive way and I've seen it work in a negative way.
Some of the depression caused by relatives from time to time?
And it can be. And sometimes if it's minimized, that can have a negative effect as well.
Do you ever notice that family dinners get smaller and smaller over the years?
And sometimes you just have to do that.
Yes. I agree.
I've known people that when it would come time for like a Christmas where families get together or some other major event where families always get together, they take a vacation during that time. They just are not available. They'll go on a trip.
Well, that's a good
ever run into people like that?
Some families do like big family trips. Like
Is that good or bad?
It goes back to, it can be both. I think what I'm seeing now is a lot of times what I would call maybe troublesome family members aren't invited on said trips. Maybe they've learned
really?
that, look, we're not inviting, Uncle so-and-so or
Well,
brother,
doesn't that-
whoever.
Doesn't that hurt that troubled family member even
Sometimes at that point they're already alienated enough where they may not even know the trip's there.
more? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sad.
if you're being scorned, then how about friends? I mean, you're in social groups or you're
Mhm.
together, and then all of a sudden people say, hey, you want to go out and get a beer? Oh, no, I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Well, when would you be unbusy? I don't know. I'll get back to you.
Yeah. That
Okay,
happens
is
a
that-
lot
is that
too.
common?
That's super common.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Folks, if you're having issues like this, if this depression is out there,
Mhm.
there is help though.
There is.
And you don't have to count on the relatives. Perhaps you don't like them. Perhaps you don't get along. Perhaps you don't see eye to eye.
Or you don't want to tell
And-
your business.
And this time of year,
Mhm.
every 4 years, it might be that problem.
Oh, yes. Yes.
How prevalent is that?
I do see it a lot, and I'm seeing a lot even with friend groups, and I'm seeing a lot on social media where people are actually fighting verbally on social media. Their friends are, I'm unfriending you. Their friendships are being lost at quite an alarming rate recently over, especially politics.
Challenging.
It's very sad because I think everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Then they want to fight about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and I've seen recently, even in just people on my personal page, people I went to school with, and from back home and stuff. I mean, they're taking this super personally, and just the name calling, and it's bullying.
Yeah.
It's if you don't think like they do, you're just whatever.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
sad.
So your first advice to people that maybe you're dealing with, you guys are dealing with their community prevention services. So when they come in and say, well, so-and-so said this about me on Facebook. What do you tell them to do?
First thing I say is ignore it, but I mean,
How about
it's
just
humans.
get off Facebook?
Yeah, and I do say that too. And sometimes you have to take a step back. You can unfollow people at times, or if you want to do that, but and understand too that not everybody does think the way you do, and I tell people that. I mean, and it's okay, but it's also, and I had to say this yesterday to somebody, it's not your responsibility to. You're not responsible for how somebody else feels.
No.
They are. You're only responsible for how you feel. I say that a lot to people.
When you try to change somebody's opinion, I've got
Right.
my opinion, and I'm old enough that if you go up against me and my opinion, you're not going to change it. That's going to make you
But
frustrated.
it's your opinion.
I know it is. but
Yeah.
it's going to frustrate you. I'm
Yeah.
not going to mess with your opinion. I don't
Right.
care what you think.
Right.
Generally speaking, if there's something you want to chat about, we can. But I'm not going to take you down, and I don't want you to try to take me down because I'm invincible in that direction
Right.
because I'm old,
Mm-hmm.
hard headed.
Well, look, right
That
before
would
you
be
get
true.
into weather, I just got a message and I need to leave. Nothing bad. I'm having a lot of work done at the house, and what was scheduled for next week, they just text me and they're on their way over there.
So the roof fell in. Is that what you're saying?
No, I just don't want them going into the backyard because my doggy doors, I don't want my dog getting out.
Gotcha.
I agree. Go
And
for it.
so,
You're excused.
thank you.
Just get up and leave.
Well, I would like to say, hey, first,
Say
Kim,
goodbye.
do you mind? And,
No, of course not.
And anyway, so I'm heading to the house.
Yeah.
Thank you, and everybody have a great day.
We
And,
don't want Jack getting
And
out.
if you see that little black truck going by you and it looks like a whiz, it's
Yeah,
her.
it's Lee.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Don't call them. Don't call
I've
the
already
police.
met Lieutenant Silence. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it.
They've all got the number. Did you see them out there running your tag numbers this morning? I saw them on camera. That's what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Community Prevention Services is a great operation here in Jacksonville. It's owned by local people. You're
Mhm.
here.
I'm here, and I
You-
have a business
you don't-
partner who's
you-
lived here.
You don't have any
28 years.
chain connections, do you?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. You're certified.
Absolutely.
You got counselors there.
Yep.
And they're able to help people
Mhm.
that have issues.
Yep.
And if you don't know that you have an issue, it's okay. Maybe they can help you out and then they discover what's ailing you. You might not understand that it's depression or that you're just overly anxious.
Some people come in for stuff like job loss. Some people come in for weight loss.
So what do I do now?
Yeah, tell me counseling about that. I mean, some just family issues. Some are overwhelmed at work. I mean, some are overwhelmed with everything they have going on. It's not just depression, anxiety, or even substance issues. It's a lot. We're there to listen.
Well, that's good.
And, yeah.
Give them a call, 910-353-0972, 910-353-0972, located at 918 Henderson Drive. They are local. Give them a shout out. Your offshore weather, out to 20 nautical miles. Water is warm and the seas are a little bit choppy. The waves are not huge, but they are kind of close together and they're coming from different directions all at the same time. Winds are from the south at about today 10 to 15 knots today. Seas 3 to 4 feet, 3 foot waves every 5 seconds. Sounds and rivers only a moderate chop. Southwesterly winds tomorrow 15 to 20, 4 to 5 footers tomorrow. Sounds and rivers choppy. Going to be a little bit more challenging, especially around the inlets, especially around low tide. Southwesterly winds on Thursday 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, mostly sunny, a high of 91, but our heat index value will be as high as 100. So please be safe outside and keep your pets watered and safe as well. We will also have gusty winds, which means it's going to be like a warm wind with gusts as high as 17 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 76. Tomorrow and Thursday, looks like we've got a very, very high chance of rain. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high of 90 with a 102-degree heat index value. 70% chance of rain, mainly after 2 p.m. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 76. Then on Thursday, more of the same, showers and thunderstorms most of the day, partly sunny in between with a high of 89.
All right, we're back and we got a caller, and thanks for holding. I did not get a chance to see
It's
who it
Doug.
was. It's Doug. Hey,
Doug,
Dougie,
where
what's
have you
up?
been? Wow.
Yeah, I don't listen to right-wing conspiracy stuff much anymore. I just want the facts, want the truth. So I don't tune into this.
Then watch Dragnet, you'll get it.
Well,
Well,
what's
I'm
going
calling
on?
today because it clearly appears when you look at the tweets or whatever you call them, the True Social posts that were put out yesterday. Donald Trump is having an anger. He is afraid of Kamala Harris, and you can see it up and down these posts that he put out yesterday. By all reporting, by delaying this until the weekend, which is by delaying the announcement until after the Republican National Convention, they thought they honestly did not see this coming, and there are Republicans who are anonymously talking to reporters saying we goofed up on today's day because now with Harris on top of the ticket, Vance number 2, this election is going to be all about Project 25. And they're in trouble. And you saw the first polls come out yesterday, which initially show Harris behind nationally by 1 to 2 points. You have to remember that Democrats since Roe v. Wade have been underpolled on average by 4%. I'm telling you, if you think this race is over, you're going to be in for a rude awakening in November. She is very good right.
Well, you may be in for the rude awakening. I don't know. I may be in for the rude awakening. We don't know. I just don't have any clue. I will go back and I was in the middle of the night last night watching TV and trying to finish up looking at all the stuff that I missed yesterday. I something dawned on me. I kept hearing people for the last 3+ years, individuals who were saying, "Oh my God, why can't Trump just quit?" Well, not Donald Trump. Why can't Joe Biden just quit? Why don't he just needs to go? Why doesn't he get impeached? Why doesn't? And the common response from Democrats, from Republicans alike, but from Democrats that I know, their first response was, "Well, look what we would have taken his place." Yuck. That was the standard response that I heard when comments that were made about Joe Biden. Look what's behind him.
Well, I'll tell you, this party is energized. You saw that come in with money yesterday, $81 million.
She had a bountiful day.
And over 200 million. That is a record. The money is following. People are genuinely excited. So I don't know who you were talking to a couple of years ago, but you just have to read the tea leaves now. This party is energized.
Well,
this race has changed, and if you look at it, you have Trump trying to. The proof is Trump's reaction to it. First off, he's trying to get out of debating her. He wants to switch it from ABC to Fox, which is his way of saying, "I want to come up with a reason why I don't have to go to the debate." So he's trying to get out of debating her. They are already talking about openly talking about the messed up picking J.D. Vance. And the third tea leaf, which to me is one of the most significant ones that really shows their hand, is that they're looking at these polling numbers, and it is collapsing on them. Biden, I really think Biden would have beat Trump soundly when you look at these swing state polls. If you know how to read a poll, it looks really, really good for the Democrats. Pick a state. Pick any of these swing states, with the exception of Georgia, 5 of the big swing states, you have Senate races. And in each of the 5 races, the Democrat is leading. So what you're seeing right now is that people are, in some of these states, Robert Kennedy is getting 13%. Robert Kennedy will not get 13% of the vote come November. Those people are going to have to go one way or the other. And when you look at what they're doing in the Senate race, they're breaking overwhelmingly to the left.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have President Kamala Harris in November. Get ready for it.
Okay, we'll get ready for it.
All right.
But it's not going to happen.
It will happen.
I get hurricanes, and even when they don't happen, I'm ready. So we'll see.
Well, I'm telling you, I would much rather be in her shoes than his shoes at the moment. And if you have any doubt about that, just read his tweet today, and you'll get a sense of the guy who sounds. I mean, one tweet was, "This is unfair. We planned this whole time to win against Biden. Now we don't have to win. Now we have to start all over. This is unfair." That's not the response of a confident guy. It just isn't.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I've got this picture, though, of you in my mind that I cannot get rid of after what you just said. I just cannot get rid of the thought of you wearing a set of Kamala Harris's shoes, her high heels. I just can't see that. You said you'd rather be in her. You said you'd
Why
be.
do you have to be?
You said you'd rather be in her
Why do you have to bring
shoes.
misogyny into this? Why are you talking about her high heels?
Why are you trying to change the subject?
I'm not. Why are you talking? That sounds very misogynistic.
Doug, thank you, sir.
All right.
Tell my doggy, hey, I say love her. All right, take care. All right, let's take a break here. Live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Onslow County, this is your Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solitech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home that's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. to closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro can save you money on your automobile insurance with new options that are available now. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand selected and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, Zeke will finance most anybody. Great selection, great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends.
Call today, 910-355-7066.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following hot, and I mean hot specials. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street, on your way to and from the beach in Maysville. How about half-cut strip loin, just $8.99 a pound? Whole center-cut shoulder cod, just $4.79 a pound. Western-style ribs or pork steaks are only $2.79 a pound. Whole Boston butt, just $1.79 a pound. And chicken thighs or drumsticks are only $1.29 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your Maysville Piggly Wiggly, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, fresh green snap beans, just 99 cents a pound. Athena whole cantaloupes, $2.99 each. You get a 1 pound package of fresh strawberries for just $2.99. Premium vine-ripe tomatoes, just $1.79 a pound. Russet baking potatoes, just 99 cents a pound. And sweet and juicy nectarines or plums are just $1.89 a pound. And you get 3 6-packs of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $11. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street, Main Street, Maysville, North Carolina. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay. We're back live on local news on last minute. So if you want to chat for a minute or so, now's your time at 8:50ish. Remember, when we go into the next commercial break, next commercial segment, then we kind of stop phone calls because we run out of time too rapidly when you call at the last minute, and I just don't answer the phone. Not anymore. How's that? We'll wait until the next day. You want to talk, call early. That's the best way to do it. Now, Doug mentioned something, and you just asked me the same question if I'd heard that Trump had regretted hiring or selecting J.D. Vance to be his running mate. I have not. I heard Doug say it, and I have not read it anywhere.
I read it yesterday. I'm trying to find it now.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen it twice now, but I'm trying to find where I saw it.
There are so many people out there, so many sources. I'm not sure who Trump would have been talking to that he would have said anything, who would have repeated what he said.
I saw it on a national news, somebody reputable, not something like, I don't know,
but I mean,
TMZ.
Did he say it to that person, or did he?
I don't remember. I'm looking for
or
it
did
now.
they just speculate that it was him? That doesn't make it so.
Agreed.
So anyway, all right, let's just check on.
I will say this though, Republican calls for Biden to step down because he is not seeking re-election. I don't agree with that. I don't. I mean,
that's a stupid thing because you didn't do it when this guy named Johnson announced that he was not going to run for re-election.
So what does it matter? Correct.
But did anybody? I do not recall back in 1960, whatever it was,
I think it was
68. Nobody that I know of called for him to resign because he wasn't going to run.
I mean, where is it written?
That's
just
stupid.
because, and the Republicans, even the Speaker of the House, Johnson, said he needs to resign. Why?
He did
Are
not.
you mad? Just because? I mean,
He did not say anything about him when he signed that letter.
Yeah.
When he wrote that letter, supposedly, Is there anything on there that says, I am not capable of being president,
No.
so I'm going to resign?
No.
Or I'm not going to run for real? Did he say that anywhere? No,
No.
he did not. So he's no reason to resign.
I just think it makes it at this point. There's less than 6 months, and the presidency left technically anyway.
Yes,
so what does it matter?
Well,
I don't think he's been running the country anyway. His
Pretty
puppet
much.
masters have been.
Pretty
So
much.
let's just let the puppet masters finish
So
out their time.
Get over that. If these are the Republicans making this call, y'all got more ahead of you. You've got a lot to do, and this is not part of your plan. Okay?
Yeah.
Get on with the real program and do what you're supposed to be doing, and quit your Bravo Sierra.
I agree.
You guys are so scattered. I thought you were. After I watched the debate first, and then I saw the national
The convention. I didn't watch the convention.
and I saw 2 nights, most of 2 nights of it. That's it. Most of it. I was working, but I
Yeah.
watched it bits and pieces because I wanted to hear Vance and I wanted to hear Trump.
Mhm.
But I did not. I thought you were better organized. You were showing some degree of unity,
Mhm.
and if get over trying to get rid of Biden. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's not a player anymore. And his support of Kamala Harris, I mean, he is the second lowest on the favorable category list. He only followed by her.
Well, I think it's interesting
So-
that Obama has not come out and endorsed her.
Well,
what does that mean?
He's going to.
You
He
think
did not
will?
endorse Biden either for the longest
Yeah,
time until
true.
the last minute.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to make a play here, and that's what he's going to do. They're not going to come out too early because all of that will be lost on everybody else who's out there already endorsed her.
Mhm.
And all that money, they had to put that money somewhere.
Yeah.
The Democrats had said, those who are normal contributors, they said, we're not giving it any more to Biden. We stopped that. So they had this pile of money. They said, okay, she's a breath of fresh air. We're hardcore Democrats. And we gave it to her.
Yeah.
Will it be for naught? We'll see. She's a flash in the pan right now this week because Biden's stepping down.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to run for re-election. He's not stepping down, y'all.
Correct. He
Get
just
over
said,
it.
I'm not running.
Get over
Yes.
yourselves.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Final break. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
SME.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control from traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware Cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011 B Bridge Street, Moorish City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, they're wrapping up here in the next couple of minutes. I want to backpedal just a little bit. Go back to the Secret Service whole boondoggle, dealing with that event from, 10 days ago now?
Okay.
In Pennsylvania. We still hear criticism. So many critics out there, many of them are politicians, of course, seeking attention. That's what my opinion is about the way the Secret Service failed to deal with crooks before he was able to get to the roof of a nearby building and shoot Donald Trump. Some of that criticism is probably valid. What happened? I don't know. Where was how did he get up there? That's probably the biggest failure that I've seen so far, that the guy was spotted, seen on top of the roof. How did he get there? Why wasn't that a secured roof? Secret Service immediately said that was the area that was under the control of the local police. And some of those police officers were inside that building. Really?
Right.
Why were you inside the building?
I think I read somewhere it was like a command post.
But they have snipers inside the building.
I don't know.
Or counter snipers,
Yeah,
whatever.
I hear you.
So I'm just, why? Okay. The distance from that building where the shooter was posted was less than 200 yards to Trump. It's an easy shot for even mediocre shooters, right? Yes, Trump was bouncing around. His head was bobbing like a bobblehead. And that's a tough shot anyway. I'm assuming this guy, of course, he's dead. We don't know. I'm assuming he thought, well, Trump's probably wearing body armor, so I'm going to go for a headshot. It'd be more impactful anyway. Well, that head's a small target.
Right.
And the chest does not move around nearly, the center mass does not move around nearly as much as the head. Even in basic law enforcement training, they don't teach you to shoot at the head. It's a small target, y'all.
Right.
Crooks fired several rounds, 6, 8, whatever, towards Trump. A single shot from the Secret Service counter sniper struck Crooks in the head, killed him right off the bat. That shot's been described by people all weekend as a 1 in a million. I heard that all weekend. Impressive, yes, it is, given the stress and the small target Crooks presented. Reports are that the Secret Service sharpshooter could see little more than the scope on top of the rifle, a bit of the shooter's forehead, and one eye. Yeah, that's small, especially from that distance, about 150 yards or so.
Correct.
Years ago, I watched some guys. They were on a SWAT team. They were a special emergency response team, I think they call it, in another county. They're county officers, and they trained on a regular basis, some of them with the long rifle. They were using 308s, like the guys on the Secret Service detail. And they were out there on the range, and I was watching them because I was out there shooting for something else. And they were training, and they would back off at a little over 100 yards, and they had a silhouette target up there there and that X there where they were going to shoot. And they would fire 3 rounds, each one of them at individual targets. The 3 guys were shooting. And if the one of them that could not cover all 3 holes in the target with a quarter had to buy lunch. 100 yards. They put 3 bullets, and that all 3 holes could be covered by a quarter. If you could see any one of the holes outside that quarter's circle, then you had to pay for lunch for the other 2.
Okay.
So these guys are good at 100 yards. Yes, 200 yards, 150 yards. Okay, but they're good. That target was not that difficult, except under the conditions that he was shooting at it. First, it's a human being, not a target. Okay, that's one.
Okay.
Second, you're not on a range. You're not under controlled conditions. You're on top of a roof. The other guy's lying down on top of a roof, partially hidden, yada, yada, yada. So that's the difference. But he did it. 1 round.
Yeah.
Been nice to capture this guy alive. I don't think he could have offered any benefit except, what the Sam Hill were you thinking?
Yeah.
That shot that we're talking about, 2022, during the Russian invasion of Ukraine, a Ukrainian sniper, he shot a Russian 4,156 yards away.
Snap. That's awesome. Wow.
If you do that on your calculator,
Uh-huh.
4,156 yards is just a little bit over 2 1/3 miles.
Yes. That's impressive.
He was 58 years old.
Get it, dude. Wow.
Now, you want to know 1 in a million shot. That
Correct.
Better classified.
I agree.
That is the longest on record, confirmed. But there have been a bunch of them in the 4,000 yard range or just under 4,000 yards, 3,600 yards. That's a long ways away. Just saying. Now, as far as the director, I hope she's got her letter typed up because, the handwriting is on the wall. They're out after her. Somebody's going to have to be the scapegoat here. Now, was she responsible for not having what some claim is a not enough agent on location to properly patrol the area? Or was this a standard thing for a presidential campaign person?
Well, I don't think it's just her thing. There's immediate supervisor and whatever. I think if she goes, you're going to have to look at
Who was the field guy?
who was the, yes.
Who
I
was in
mean, it's
charge
not
of the
just
Pittsburgh
her.
office?
I think a lot of people should go personally.
If any agents were redirected who had been assigned to that location, if they had indeed been pulled away by whoever to go babysit Jill Biden at an indoor event,
That might be an issue, yes.
that could be an issue
Mm-hmm.
for someone.
Yes.
If that was the case, that could be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Agree
all I'm
with that.
saying.
I agree with that.
All right.
Yep.
Tomorrow, we got Dr. Rosemary Stein we're going to be chatting
Well,
with,
I know
right?
something else. We just got some breaking news that we'll have to talk about tomorrow. But tomorrow's when Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu speaks to Congress.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Kamala is not going to be there.
Well, good. I didn't invite her.
Well, the New York Times or Post, whichever
She's the
one I
vice
was reading-
president.
Yeah. They're already accusing her of boycotting. They're claiming, her staff is claiming she had a previously scheduled event she had to go to. But I would think that a visiting head of state, especially Israel, no less,
Should
she
pardon the
should
pun.
be attending.
It should pardon the pun, Trump, whatever
Yes,
else you
it
had planned.
absolutely should. So this,
Okay.
I think this is going to get messy.
Maybe Trump could take her place.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Oh, I know.
I bet Trump does attend.
How about the next in line for the presidency? That just saying, Michael.
I
get
think
on
he'll
up
be
there.
there too. Yeah.
Anyway, rest of your day. Have fun. Be safe out there. And we will see you in here bright and early
Yep.
tomorrow morning.
See you tomorrow.
You are live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Fox News is coming up at 10 o'clock. It's another dose of the Daily D's with Rick D's in the house. And at 3 o'clock this afternoon, our one and only, the very wonderful Hollywood, our Hollywood man, will be in the house. See you in the morning. Be safe.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Vice President Harris is the presumptive Democratic nominee. Today she travels to Wisconsin.
Her campaign says Vice President Harris's visit will highlight the choice facing Wisconsinites between